That was super fast. Yeah. Well, on YouTube.
This thing doesn't say it's recording.
No, this is what's recording, bro.
Are you? But it's not saying anything here.
I know.
Okay, just making sure. Just
Just-
kind of finicking through all the details. All right. Now,
Andrew LaChance, go home. Why you gotta do me like that, bro?
Go home, you're drunk.
Podcast boys, Ryan boy, yeah. What's up?
I don't have my phone. I feel so left out. I can't reply to nobody.
So, welcome. We're gonna do a little go round at a podcast here, boys and girls. We've talked about a lot, like here in the shop, of different things, from trying to make this, more than just a business, more enthusiasts, coming together, and we've said like hashtag much more than turning wrenches. So part of that is that we want to interact more and kind of make our lives more personal and more, I guess, shared with you guys. So this is going to be one step of that. And we've done a couple dry runs, and they seemed all right. A couple people that we allowed to listen to them thought it was pretty funny, and there was some good stuff. So hopefully you guys enjoy, and you'll hang around and interact, and Sanders can bring some questions to the forum and whatever. And
Nice. Yeah. I had a.
This did not give us straws.
Oh.
The audacity.
Wow.
So here's the funny thing. First off, William Velasco, you guys have the Face to Podcast. What? Nigga,
he means we have a face for radio.
We have a face for radio.
Thank you.
Pretty good.
So he says, "What's up?" So I don't know if they can hear us as well as we can hear us.
Right.
Because that's the one source.
Correct.
So I don't know.
For now, we obviously apologize because we're recording this to be edited and then made into an actual podcast video. This is just a behind the scenes to the next video that we're doing. So you might not hear us very well, but then you got to watch the video.
That's right. Man. Tune in, subscribe, the whole 9 yards.
Wow. So, boys, how in the world did we just get here?
We rode the 2020 rocket ship all the way,
literally,
all the way to the graveyard of 2020. So how did we get to doing podcasts? I don't know. We want to do different things. 2021, we want to make some changes. We want to do some more stuff. We want to do some different stuff. We want to bring different content. We want to get more interpersonal relationships going. So, right?
Yeah, the video's a bit laggy, like a cheap turbo.
Like
audio,
like a comp.
Audio's great. Yeah, like a it's a little cracky.
Richard, calm down. Richard, calm down.
So Sanders in one of our group chats has a nickname named Richard Petty because he's the king.
He's the king of petty.
Oh my!
For
Lanta.
sure.
Look, man, like it's just. It's second nature. Like you can't complain about it. Like I'm allowed to be petty.
I disagree.
I feel like one of us has to, man.
I mean,
if we're never petty, like who's gonna defend us? Nobody.
I think you let your work and your efforts speak louder than, I don't know.
I feel like it gives him a personality touch.
Yo, straight up. I mean, look, it is who he is.
Your wife says hello.
Hello.
Oh,
beautiful.
Oh, she knows where you are at.
So let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, the difference between what you're seeing there and what you're going to see on the YouTube channel once it's taken care of, it's night and day difference. We're gonna work on bringing that to you. But like I'm looking at it here on my Atomos Ninja 5 hashtag not sponsored. And it looks
hashtag willing to take sponsorships.
Oh yeah, if you guys want to send me a Shogun 7, like we will. You see our stuff, you see our unboxing videos, we'll make that happen. Like super crisp. Like we need that.
Oh yeah.
Where's I going with this? But it's super crisp, and we're trying to work out a way where you can see this, but it's night and day, bro.
It's really good. I was actually looking at that, and then I said, "Oh wow, nice. It's good to see myself live." But no, that's not what they're watching.
No,
they're watching that over there.
This is what they're watching.
No way. Oh, it's totally different.
Yeah,
it is completely
it's a huge
night
difference.
and day difference. I was actually going to ask you if you could get the live go.
Jennifer says hi.
Jennifer, did we share this on Facebook and Instagram?
Yes, I shared it on my Facebook.
Oh,
I shared the link on my Facebook.
Okay, we gotta go.
I didn't share anything.
Please, please,
Where's
because my
that?
phone's over there, and I.
Oh,
You know why don't you have two phones, Ricardo?
no,
Like,
no,
why
You know,
are
I'm
you
gonna
so-
talk. I'm gonna talk to my boss, and I'm gonna say, "Hey,
that guy's an ass.
you know, you know what I need? I need a phone for work.
Yeah, like
specifically
like a phone just for drones that we currently can't use drone footage from.
No, I need that. I'm gonna talk to him, see if he can get me a line,
Like a PP phone.
like a PP phone. We'll call it
The
Ricky's
bat phone.
PP phone.
RPP.
Okay, so I'm actually really I'm living it right now, living it because we were talking about this. We bought everything.
Yep.
We did one or two, and then it kind of just kind of stayed there. Obviously, because there were a lot of other things going on.
Sure.
So we weren't able to make the time as it deserved.
We were
like
kind of
right
putting
now.
the cart before the horse a little bit. We weren't necessarily ready, but we knew we wanted to dive on. We wanted to dive into it, and I really liked the first two sessions that we did. I felt like the vibe was really good. That gave me confidence that I felt like the three of us could sit down and rap and talk shit and do whatever, and then people would be interested. So.
Yeah. Stop moving. God damn it. Dude, I'm really, really happy. I remember the very first two test runs that we did. We were still kind of nervous, and it was kind of like, oh, your mic wasn't working, and like it was everything. Oh,
Hold on.
Yeah, you gotta kill that thing.
That's the air conditioner.
AC.
yep, kill it,
I'm gonna kill it.
kill it.
Now, so to that point, drop a comment below if you think we should release those unseen, unreleased podcast episodes to the YouTube channel.
Oh God.
They may be not safe for work.
So, one of the things that we were struggling with the very first two sort of test runs and episodes was what can we talk about here as Parker Performance? We have to kind of keep it tidy and professional to a certain extent, or can we have our ways and just be us because that's us? Every customer that walks in sees the Parker Performance online, right?
Right.
And then gets here, and they're actually surprised and actually glad to see that we're just normal dudes, like just talking cars. And yeah, I do the pictures because you talk to him mostly, and then when you get here, you deal with Josh, and like I feel like we can also bring that here to the podcast.
Yeah, and I think that we've kind of rapped about that in house here and struggled necessarily to identify what's the right answer to that, right? And maybe you guys can help us to identify that. But my stance on it is I am who I am, and people that do business with us because of me being who I am, like I don't want to have to filter that just because I'm a business or business owner. Again, this thing to me wasn't ever supposed to originally be a business. This was us just initially just farting around in my garage, helping other friends and stuff like that. So it really wasn't meant to be a business. So we want it to be a business where we have a viable income to support our lives and our families. But at the sake of sacrificing who we are, like I'm unwilling. I'm uncompromising on that. Like I am who I am.
Right.
I talk shit. I play Fortnite. Whatever. I am who I am. So I don't know. I struggle with that. It's perception. It's people's judgment, and what's right, what's wrong, and those things. So we've talked about it.
Right.
The delineation of church and state, and maybe there comes a time where we have to separate a little bit of who we really are here.
Right.
But, you know, I feel like when people come, and this is the version of us that they get in person.
Correct.
So this is us online, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was probably one of our biggest issues is, you know, Josh always being, you know, full forward, full steam, like, and us being more afraid of, oh, crap, what can happen
Correct.
if it derails. But, like, at the end of the day, like, you know, if you jump into the pool and you can't swim, you're going to sink, or you can stand by the beach and just admire the ocean all day.
Yeah. And, you know, I mean, like, the thing about, we talk about all the time, I'm fine with failure.
Right.
I'm fine with fucking up.
Parker, I'm going to need your phone because I got to work. I got to start posting and sharing and all this shit.
Oh.
So I got to use your phone at least.
Here.
Go.
You know, I'm fine with failing. I'm fine with fucking up. I'm fine with, you know, kind of falling on our face. Let's don't show this to everybody. Hold on.
I knew it was a little house, but I just didn't know where it's...
Yeah, good job.
I just didn't know where it started. Oh shit.
Yeah, that's live. So
Yeah,
I'll change my password.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Asshole.
Happens.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Got to work.
Anyway, you totally derailed me. But yeah, my point is I'm good with failing. If we fail, forward though, right? If we make mistakes and we clean it up and go forward and fix it, and we get better from it and we learn from it, then cool, let's fail forward. So if the podcast fails, cool. How do we fix it? How do we make it better? If you know, YouTube's struggling, okay, cool, let's get better. How do we fix it? How do we get better? You know, so I feel like the more at bats we take, the better chances we have at succeeding, and that's all things in life.
Absolutely.
So
I think,
go ahead.
No, I think Parker hit it really out of the park because one of the things that we all share here is our ability to be genuine. That we don't have to play a role or play this professional guy that fakes knowing something. You know what I mean? Because at another job, you know, you might run into, oh, hey, can you do this? And you're like, yeah, sure. And then you have no idea how to do it. And you're afraid to say, hey, I don't know.
Right.
Or here it's like, you know, we're all literally honest enough to say, dude, I don't know how to do this, but I'm gonna learn it.
Right.
I'll
look
YouTube,
into it, man. I'm gonna, do my best.
Yep.
And I think that's a piece of humility versus arrogance. And you know, again, we've talked about that, you know, in our office here. Ego serves well for, you know, the life of a human in certain areas, and ego doesn't serve well for humans in other areas.
Right.
And when you let ego dictate things, it can be for the worst, right? And we'd like to come from humility, a place of humble and understanding that, you know, somebody's going to be better than us, somebody's going to be faster than us, somebody's going to have more money than us, they're going to have better cars than us, all that shit. But does that even fucking matter? If you can come from a place of humility and learn, can't you end up being that guy who has all that money? So again, that's more of what we talk about around here behind closed doors that not everybody gets to see. And,
Correct.
And I think that's part of what we all decided that we wanted to share with others, right?
Yep.
We wanted to kind of share like some of the depth of the conversations that we talk about here and the value that we've brought to one another's lives in that conversation and how maybe we can bring that to other people.
Andrew agrees with the church and state separation.
Ooh.
The only, I guess, rebuttal, which made sense, and I think Parker touched on that as well, is you need to get to the point where that becomes mandatory. Obviously, like with this run, for example, you know, cursing is something that has happened, but there are other things that could unfold that obviously won't be here at the moment. But that would be something where, you know, once we get to that point where we have to make a separate podcast channel, that would happen. But we are not there yet.
Yeah, and I mean, we rapped about it. Like, there's other folks who've, you know, hit limitations in growing for whatever reason because maybe one of their sponsors or one of their vendors said, hey, listen, you're showing off a lot of guns or something, you know, and I'm not comfortable with that.
Right.
And that doesn't, you know, speak to our demographic and we're sponsoring your channel and blah, 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 or whatever. You know, at that point, I think the content creator has a decision to be made, which is, you know, do I honor my position with this sponsor and make a separate channel and keep that stuff off of there? And I think our answer to that would obviously be a yes. We would obviously, you know, comply, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that, that at that time when you get there and you've earned that from someone, well then let's delineate and separate church and state. And okay, so we're the guys who are PP, but we're over here. These are the assholes that are actually
right.
Us.
So
and then there's the Parker Performance business, and that those two things are totally separate.
That's where I wanted, and I was struggling to how to separate and brand differently.
Right.
Because I was telling you, I was like, we all have a specific brand. We're our own. We're our own selves,
individual
right?
Personas,
Individual
right.
persona, and it's like, okay, so how do I brand us differently so people can understand that yes, we are here. You can find us here. However, if I'm out there doing my own thing in Miami, it should not or it shouldn't reflect anything going on here as a professional business. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
As a very part sales and stuff like that. But I feel like doing this and actually interacting with everyone on the live and everyone who's going to see the video after it comes out, that's where we really have the idea where, oh, okay, we can, or we can't. Or maybe they're they're letting us know, hey, you should move forward into something where we can see you as you are, so it doesn't affect, the Parker Performance image itself. Right. So, because, in reality, we can't say everything that we want to say here unless we're willing to get in trouble. Some things are part of it, like the Comp 5858. That's just part of it. That's something that we talk about here because, we're in the community. We drive the cars that, you can slap, like we're involved in it as well. So I feel like we can for sure, That's something that it's gonna be there for sure.
So with that being said, I guess you said you went to Miami.
Oh yeah, we made you not tell us the stories about Miami.
So now I can tell it.
Well, or let's see why how we were doing the Florida series.
Yeah.
Why should Miami be next?
Ooh, damn.
Wow.
I like it.
Okay. Damn.
Well, it can't be.
Okay, so
but it could be on the list.
Right. Dude, Miami. Wow. Endless spots for photos, endless spots for video. The scenery is beyond. I'm not trying to say oh my god because
but it's oh my god.
But it's oh my god. It's pretty fucking cool.
Did you get to see Rick Ross?
I did not see Rick Ross, but I probably saw some of his ladies.
I'm out. It's Rick Ross or no Miami for me.
Yeah.
So we did go. We got there maybe at I think it was 4 or 5. We got there pretty early. We checked in the hotel at 6, 7, so it was already dark. We got a hotel right in the middle of downtown. That was phenomenal because we were in the 18th floor just looking out. You see the water as well. Because they have a couple of canals cutting through and whatnot. So it was a pretty well spot. Thank you for the hookup on that.
Hey. I got you.
He found me that.
Hey.
So it was really good, and it wasn't too far off where we're actually supposed to be. So we left on Tuesday, got there, and we just said, okay, so this is our day to spend Miami day kind of thing. We actually wanted to go to Target.
God, my wife too.
Because they had some really bougie ass Targets, dude. Their Targets they didn't look like this. They were at the very bottom of a really tall building, or at the most futuristic, good looking Target you've ever seen.
Wild, right?
It was wild. So it was just okay, we should definitely go there, but we didn't. We ended up going to eat at this Cuban spot. Phenomenal, dude. When you taste something that is probably made by someone from the country, it's completely different, dude.
Right.
It was phenomenal. The car scene was wow. It was another level, dude. You didn't see
and stuff.
That's the thing. You didn't see a lot of modified cars like us.
Right.
You don't you go to Tampa, you see a lot of us.
Right.
You go to Miami, you start seeing exotics.
Right.
And them motherfuckers just the sounds, dude. Every 2 seconds, it was exhaust over here, fucking Lamborghini over here, Ferrari over. It was crazy, dude. And the way they drive in Miami, No, bro, we are saints. Bro, we are law-abiding citizens. The way we drive here compared to the way they drive in Miami.
They're full send out there.
Oh my God. I feel like we witnessed some dude pulling off on a state trooper. Like
running away.
Like running away. And he got away. Because it was actually an Infiniti G35. Whoa. So you hear the trumpet going by, right? Little 350Z kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then like 30 seconds later, trooper right behind on his ass. Whee! And then next thing you know, we just see the same trooper just parked off on the right side, and no dude. Like literally, like 2 minutes later, and we were like, "Where the heck did he go? He got away." No fucks.
Little VQ.
It was pretty. Miami was pretty awesome. So absolutely, nightlife. We have to visit that. The car community. That's the only thing that I feel like we have to find, because I didn't see any of us there. If that makes any sense.
I'm sure. Well,
Josh King's nearby. We should.
Yes,
and
he actually messaged me.
Yeah.
He messaged me. He's like, "Hey, how long are you gonna be here?" And I was like, "Dude, I just
like,
got back."
I was to say, I messaged you. I'm like, "Hey, are you bringing home that hood from Joshua King?" And I'm like,
"What?"
And I don't know that you ever even saw it.
Nah.
Because remember, we've been talking about going down there and getting that hood for Ratchet.
Yeah.
Because he took his factory GT.
50 Primo says,
"Oh, that's Primo."
Primo.
To give you a shout out for helping yesterday, brother.
Yes. So I found it. We're good. I'll wrap with you later.
I feel like we're gonna leave it at that.
Yeah, that's a RTR video update.
Oh.
But
speaking of the devil,
but I do have.
Speaking of the devil,
Hold on.
oh, he's got.
I have my to-do list, and it now fits on one piece of cardboard. So we're getting there. We're real close, and it's been a lot of late nights, a lot of weekends and Sundays and holidays. A lot of help from a lot of folks involved.
Right.
You guys know who you are. Thank you. Gabe, Jesse, Kenny. Just crazy amount of help. So thank you very much. Andy's been helping me every day with this thing. So thank you very much. But it's the home stretch, man. I mean, the stuff that's on the list is like add oil, add coolant. It's just checking. And my mom makes fun of me. When I was a kid, I used to make lists that said like clip nails, shave, whatever. I've always worked really well from a goal setting and maybe like a sense of accomplishment thing. It's like that little game you got to play with yourself to stay successful and to stay hungry and to stay chasing things. I've always worked really well off of a checklist and having something to aspire to obtain or get or reach or whatever. The proverbial carrot dangling out in front of me to keep me hauling ass. So anyway, my mom used to make fun of me for all that stuff, but I still do it, at 38 and still going, and it's been pretty successful for a couple of businesses, and
I mean, if it works, it works.
Yeah. So anyway, shout out to my mom.
Yeah. Yabiel Bonilla says hello.
That's Henry.
Nice.
That's Henry.
Henry?
Yeah, that's his that's
Oh,
his legal
for
name.
real? Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, dude.
50 Primo's asking how many times we go live. It's gonna be a
I
frequent
was gonna say
thing.
this was the first.
This is the virgin. Andrew's asking if you used that filter adapter thing, or did you just put the radiator back?
So I wound up getting rid of the full oil cooler altogether, and this was just like a fucking blonde moment, and what a dumbass. When we had ordered the replacement unit, I'd already bought the Mishimoto oil cooler for the car, and I was like, had this epiphany moment. I'm like, let me go open this fucking oil cooler box. I bet that thing has a fucking sandwich plate and gets rid of all that shit and has the fittings that come out for it. So sure enough, I walk back to the damn Mishimoto box, and sure shit, that's exactly what it does. So it deletes the factory shit anyways, gives you a better, a one-piece lower radiator hose, and it's got the sandwich plate with the two -10 AN, inlet and outlet.
Yeah.
So sure shit, didn't need it anyway, and had the shit already on hand, and didn't even need to buy the stuff. Fucking moron.
Juan says hi.
So thanks for the help, brother.
Primo says okay, he'll try to catch us when we can. And we're probably going to do it like what we said, maybe like a Wednesday, Thursday type thing.
Yeah, I mean, I think we try and figure out what's going to work. If it's something we can do once a week and kind of wrap.
Oh shit.
Sorry. Once we figure out the GoPro situation, I'm pretty sure that it'll be a lot easier than having a phone up there and whatnot.
Oh
so.
yeah, for sure. So we have a GoPro 9. You're going to replace it with the phone, get you guys better quality video. Or even better, if we can actually use the Atomos
to record straight live.
Yeah, because I'm telling you, bro, like
it looks amazing.
I have the stream pulled up on the computer,
right,
and just the comparison between the two,
from what a quality
like from phone to screen is already a big difference, but from screen to
right.
Oh yeah,
like this is butter.
All right, let's.
So we were just gonna do a teaser, right? We were just and then we were gonna kill the live.
Yep.
And then finish recording and
Correct.
make them come and see the.
Which it's been
so.
like
a good
20 minutes. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, that's way.
And we have 13 viewers.
That's not bad.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you
so much to all those 13 viewers.
Yes.
I don't know if my girl's there, but baby, hi, hello.
Hola.
I want to say hello to my mama. Mama, I love ya. I made it to YouTube. But I'm really, really happy that what we said we were going to do, we actually got here and did it.
Yes.
Now it's just a plan of logistics and respecting the fact that we're serious about making this something.
Right.
And we need to separate that day or those
time block.
Exactly.
If it's not in your schedule, it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Correct.
We got to make it happen. Right.
Yep. All right. So if we're going to cut the live feed.
Let's cut the live.
We're going to cut the live feed. Let's do a shameful plug in here. Me Diablo.
Yes, Me Diablo on Instagram.
Yep. Let's Create on Instagram. That's LETS. Oh God,
CREA.
CREA 8. Number 8. And Mr.
Oh, Good Run _90.
Is it underscore?
Yeah.
Really?
I think so.
I don't think so.
Whatever. I'll come up. Like you know this beautiful face. Just
look at you, boy.
So for the next time we're gonna have our GoPro set up. We're gonna be using my phone. So I'll be able to be in touch with you guys in contact, just like Sanders is currently right now, but on Instagram and Facebook, social media. That's kind of what I have to do.
That's it.
So thank you all very much for joining in here. I gotta use this. Thank you so much, guys, for joining in. We're really, this is, like I said, I've said it in a couple of posts, even on the Parker Forums. This is the real beginning of 2021 for us because we're not on the calendar. Like the calendar is not kind of dictating when 2021 starts for us. It's literally right now for us by making this really big step to start doing this because it's what we're loving to do and to share with you guys. We're really, really appreciative that you are here.
Yes. All right, so I'm gonna grab that, kill that, and
Yes,
then
sir.
we're gonna carry on and keep recording.
Yep. Got it. Perfect. Oh, it's still live.
I don't know how to kill it. I gotta give it to you.
Kill it!
Kill it!
Kill it! Guys, I don't know how to kill it.
You just
Are you sure you want to stop streaming?
Yes.
All right. Boom.
Deuces.
Look. That's pretty funny. 58 playbacks. Total watch time was 4 minutes 30 seconds. Average watch time 4 minutes 39 seconds. Peak concurrence 15. Duration 30 minutes. Bet. I'll take it.
That wound up working out pretty good.
It actually did.
Yeah. I liked it.
Keep it around. Here, Boo Bear.
and then it started going into the next video.
Stop it.
That's
What do you
a
mean?
gangster.
What do you mean? It
Like it's
started
playing a Parker
the
Performance
next
video. Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty
I
hot.
like it.
That's
See,
pretty hot.
That's the thing is like that was what we talked about earlier. It's like we've never done it. We've never gone live.
We don't know
on,
exactly
we don't
how.
know, but and this is part of the failing forward thing is I want us to be okay with fucking up. Like, cool, 13 people saw it today.
Yep.
Well, maybe it ends up like, and I'm not saying this, don't ever compare us to this, but the thing, like I only know Joe Rogan, but maybe it ends up being like the funniest shit ever where Joe Rogan's first episode, like I don't know if you saw that one, but it's fucking hilarious looking back at it now because they were just fucking off like this.
Yeah.
And I don't ever expect us to be Joe Rogan. Let's don't be fucking coy about it.
Nah, but
my point is that's my, whether or not it's 13 or becomes 13 million or 1300, it doesn't matter.
Right.
The point is we'll look back and laugh, and as long as we're growing forward, who gives a shit?
Yeah, I feel like Joe. I feel like we have a very different approach to probably like what he did, because what we're gonna end up doing is looking and doing what he does. With the 2 or 3 different angle cameras, with the editing. So we're going to end up looking exactly like what his show looks like. Okay. And we're going to do it at a very shorter time. I'm pretty sure that he took years and years and years to get where he is now.
Yeah, I haven't
as far as the quality of the videos.
Yeah, it's definitely not. I mean, if you look at the old ones, they were hilarious.
Yeah.
I've only seen a couple of them.
So, dude, I'm hell of excited.
Yeah, and like I said, man, if it's something that, 13 people, cool, whatever. Maybe it's 130 in a year. Maybe it's 230, in a month. I don't know, whatever.
Right.
Just fail forward and keep going after it and keep giving it hell. That's all.
Absolutely.
Sanders is having
something going on there.
Is he getting ready to go Barry Manilow on us? He's turning it upside down, hey ladies.
Hold on.
Wait,
yeah,
here we go.
Nothing but the hits.
Nothing but the motherfucking hits. Okay, here we go. This is so much better. So much better.
I feel like my girl is gonna be pissed because I didn't let her know as soon as we got live, but we were using my phone.
Oh shit, that's right.
I can't do anything.
That's
pretty good.
I mean, I shared it, but I don't know that it landed anything.
Yeah, I know. I actually messaged her from your phone.
Sacrifices
We're
have to
sorry.
be made.
Ja.
Ja. So,
What a dick.
with that being said, we talked about what's left on the RTR.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah, I mean, home stretch. I mean, if I didn't have any customer cars and I wasn't trying to get stuff done for customers, I could spend a day on it and probably be 100% complete.
Okay.
Yeah. It's ready for fluids. It's ready, and honestly, the majority of the shit that's left is tidying up, little shit like the underglow shit, which Don Lamana, I know you're going to love that. So, I don't care. It's hot boy shit and I love it.
Yeah.
So, maybe it's the micro record that I'll hold will maybe be the highest horsepower with underglow or something.
Fastest
Fastest
wide body underglow.
Fastest wide bodied serial numbered one with underglow.
Yeah.
So we made the post today about the RTR, about asking people what the stuff that they were wanting to know about it, and we got a lot of the same questions, and it's part of what we talked about, where I want to tell the story of the RTR. I don't think I've done a good enough job of that. I don't know if it has really landed with the audience. I mean, I see people come in, they see the car, and then they see it in person, and they're kind of like, "Whoa, that's fucking crazy! It's right in front of me."
Dude, every time I listen to the same story that you tell,
right,
I get the same fucking goosebumps.
Right,
I get that same what are the odds?
Yeah, dude, and so George Ibrahim, a customer of ours, shout out to George. I guess there's no more live, so it's gonna be here if you're watching, George. Shout out to George. Georgia made a post in the Florida S550 group, and I mean, we won't have to go crazy in this, but we'll talk a little bit about it, I guess. Do we want? I don't.
The story?
Yeah, fuck it. Right? We'll let him in on a little bit of it. So Georgia made a post in the Florida S550 group, and it's probably 7 o'clock in the morning, and he posted the link up. It was for sale at some random Nissan dealership, which wound up being Reed Nissan in Claremont, and he posted it up with a bunch of puking emojis.
Really?
And it was 7 something in the morning, and my ritual is the same. I wake up in the morning and drop a deuce, right? And then I'm kind of at lunchtime. I'm pretty regular, So this is where the story goes, right? Is at 7 o'clock in the morning. There's a post. I see it. I see the car. I'm like, it's kind of cool. It's kind of different. Whatever. There was maybe a couple comments. I don't even recall what the first couple comments were.
Mm-hmm.
By noon, I go in. I take a dump again. I'm looking at them there's 53 comments now.
Oh, okay.
And there's all this shit, and it's people are like, oh, that was Vaughn Gittin Jr.'s car. Oh, that's their serial number 1. Oh, that's their SEMA car. All this stuff.
Oh, boy.
And so we're working in the shop. I come out, and I tell the boys, I'm like, that thing that I talked to you guys about this morning, there's all these comments now that say that it's yada, 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 yada. I was like, if 25% of that backstory is true, I kind of want to go and see this fucking car at a minimum. And that's kind of where we left it at the moment, right? And we were working on a young lady's car, installing a Tiburon spoiler on a Hyundai Genesis.
Oh, wow.
Right?
That sounds powerful.
It was, yeah.
Wasn't it an Evo spoiler on a...
It was a non they were not the right truck.
Yeah, it was like a Genesis with like an Evo and STI, like a squared ass fucking.
Right. And it was so wild. But I remember, and we spent all fucking day doing that too.
Oh,
It was a pain.
And so then before like Sanders was leaving, he had to leave early that day. He said something like, I said, wouldn't it be cool to go see that car and buy it or something? And he came with the
No balls.
the infamous no balls. And if that's your first time hearing that around here, get used to it.
oh boy.
It is the everlasting challenge. So I was like, fuck him, fucking Sanders saying no balls, fuck him, So he leaves, and it's just me and Z-Store, and we finish the car, we give it back to the customer, we're sweeping the shop. I had a little kiddie pool on the side of my house at the time, underneath a tent, and I would literally fucking sit in the kiddie pool when I was done with working for the day. And I'm sitting in the kiddie pool, and I tell Zach, I'm like, wouldn't it be fucking hilarious if tomorrow, when Sanders shows up to the shop and opens the garage door, that the fucking RTR that he said no balls about was backed in it? And so Zach said,
No balls.
No balls.
And so I got my white ass out of that fucking pool so fast and ran inside, and I got changed, and it was like, I want to say it was like 7 o'clock, 6:30, 7 o'clock. And the dealership closed at 9. And I was like, and they're 2 hours away. I was like, all right, take me. Let's go. And so Z-Store is still to this day one of the best drivers I've ever fucking ridden with, and I was confident we were going to get there in well enough time for me to buy that car. And so the rest is,
More on the YouTube video coming soon.
the rest is history.
So this is definitely one of the questions that a lot of people are going to be asking, or probably asked already. I think I saw someone, how did you come up to the serial number 001 kind of thing? And I think that we're going to leave it off for that video.
For sure. I want,
right.
I want people to know the story. I want people to know it.
Oh, it's time, dude.
And I think it's an important piece. A lot of people ask me about, why does it have the Roush blower on it? Why does it, not have a Whipple on it?
Yep, I saw that.
And, stuff.
Yep.
And these are easy decisions for me. These are easy decisions for me. I'll tell you a hard decision that I'm faced with right now is, changing the car up. I want to change it. It's had the same look, it was obviously always the same color. The RTR's like a cement brick gray. And it had the neon stuff, and then I took the neon and kind of kept the neon and kept an homage to the neon stuff by putting it on the brakes and such. And then I went to the purple. Well, so now I'm struggling with, I want to change it. And yet, by the same token, I almost want to go back to its
Original.
exact heritage, like the exact way that Vaughn had aspired to bring it to life as. And part of that, obviously, when I met Vaughn, he got to see the car, and he was a part of, interacting. I'd already started fucking with it. I'd already had it on bags and nitrous, and I hadn't really changed the look of the car, but it wasn't the fucking Roush FRPP blower.
Right.
And it was on bags, and it's laid out.
Boy.
And
Did you think about, first impressions?
I didn't in the moment. I would love to try and say, and this is what I try and tell you, is that don't give me so much credit. Like, I'm good at figuring shit out looking in reverse. I'm not in the moment necessarily making those decisions, and they're wins.
Yeah.
I fuck a lot of shit up, and then I learn from it later, right? And that's kind of like the wisdom, right? So no, in the moment, it hadn't struck me, right? It had no. I was just like, this dude fucking built this car. This is his company. Like, I have it. Like, it was just. It was a whole fanboy fucking deal. The thought had not even crossed my mind in that moment.
Understanding now that you have a piece of automotive history in your position, that's what kind of makes it click.
Yeah, not only that, it was the having continued interaction with him and still following the brand, and it's been the whole getting myself our business and growing it and having desires to follow in footsteps like he's leading with, and those kinds of things that makes me question whether or not I should go back to the exact way that he desired for it to be.
Oof.
Obviously it would have some plus ones, being like the oil cooler and the heat exchanger and the upgrade and stuff like that, but as far as visually speaking, that it's on his suspension, it's on his sway bars, which it is, by the way, It's the OE color that he chose. It's the OE highlighter green.
So
I'm struggling with that right now because I would love to put my spin on it even further and change it up again.
Yeah.
Right.
In one lane, and then the other lane of me, which is the respectful and the heritage part of it.
Right.
And so for people who don't know the heritage of the car, so Vaughn used this car for SEMA, and Vaughn is one of very few select people who's obtained the OEM Plus designation from Ford. And the other folks who have are just huge influences in the entire automotive community. Steve Saline, Jack Roush, and Carroll Shelby. And so that's a pretty freaking elite group,
right.
And I think that, when this car is the one that got him the OEM Plus certification and allowed him to be able to sell the RTR product through their dealerships and all that stuff, I feel like that it's pretty important. If he continues to grow in his role and it follows similar suit and paths to those other three gentlemen I mentioned, what does that car end up meaning? I don't know.
Well, even now to the point,
maybe nothing, and maybe we're crazy, but
because you got to think, man, like you got to think even like Magnus Walker. Granted, Magnus Walker is on a different, I don't want to say different platform, but it's different compared to Von Gittin Jr. But if you had one of Magnus Walker's Porsches, they're more worth money,
right?
Even to the point where like Vaughn tried to buy the car from you. Like to think like that you bought this vehicle, and this man spoke with you and says, "Hey, I would really like that car back. Will you sell it to me?" That's the ultimate like I spoke with Von Gittin Jr. I can't.
Dude, it was so cool, and he was so chill, and I think I told you guys this. The thing for me was his humility. He was just a fucking car guy like us. He's just like us. He just happens to be really successful and really smart and really great at business. And Sanders is back to having technical
difficulties.
When it's
when
like this,
the day,
I can hear myself breathe. When it's like this, I don't.
Listen, I feel like I have something. Okay. What if we go one step further?
Like what?
You're good.
Like what?
Oh, there he goes.
What if we go one step further, and instead of listen to me.
I'm going in for number 2.
Okay, listen to me.
Which this is actually number 3 because I had one before we started.
Okay. Let's go one step further and go. What would the next generation RTR would look like? Something where
we already have that answer.
Now listen. Now
you already saw the video.
Now listen.
The Mach E 1400 is that answer.
What I'm saying is instead of visually, instead of going back to the RTR how he had it as an homage, right? What if we take it one step further and impress him with what Parker Performance can do?
We're not a body shop.
Well, I'm not saying we're a body shop, but we can get the car wrapped differently in a different color. We can powder coat the wheels back to something that he can see and maybe even identify. Say, dude, that was awesome. That's awesome. Now that's one way of taking it.
I think what would be more. You can hear that.
Yes.
What? Him shaking his leg?
Yeah.
Oh, is that what that was?
Yeah.
So, and I mean, it's totally up to, whatever Josh wants to do. But he was always talking about getting another Mustang and doing his thing with it.
Okay.
Which he always talks about being more about like clean lines and things like that.
Yeah.
Let's be
clear.
That's true.
The RTR isn't the car that I would build for me typically. I stumbled into the opportunity to own it and jumped.
Right.
So yeah, I wouldn't, and that's not to say that I don't love it. I love them. I love wide body. It's just not what I would typically build. The car that I typically build for me is the
less is more
sleeper, so to speak. Where it's got maybe it's got a set of bigs and littles on it, but you're like, whatever's got bigs and littles on it.
Yeah, with 1,000 wheel horsepower.
that would be more my personal.
Yeah,
speed,
I feel that.
speaking.
That's how I can actually understand the fact that you're like, you know what, I can put it back to how it was for that time being. Out of respect, and then maybe change it up later on as time progresses and we progress as well. I feel that for sure. But I struggle with Ratchet, and you've seen me struggle with it because I'm kind of leaning towards the entire clean look with the sleeper stat with the big, kind of like that.
I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Ricardo's a baby because he drives an EcoBoost, and all of a sudden he feels like it's some super awesome magical presence. His car was unique, and he decided to just go 5 steps backwards. So I do apologize.
Right. So I mean, I'm struggling with that because again, I don't have another car. That's the only one I have. So taking
another sorry. He was offered another car that he decided not to act on as a daily, ladies and gentlemen. So again, you make your own fortune.
Right.
I tagged you
until I even spoke with him.
And you still
we were supposed to see it today, but
Oh, no, it's our fault.
Oh, yeah.
It's not even our fault.
Welcome to the conversation, Richard.
Right. Yeah. No, I was supposed to go look at it, but I was like, man, I don't know if I should.
Fucking King Petty over here.
Richard.
No, it's our fault.
Richard.
I see how this goes.
No. I forgot what I was saying, but I feel like I struggle with Ratchet sometimes because I when I look at the clean look and I'm like, damn, that's really good.
Yeah, like the one you just sent the other day that was, I think it was on air with the race stars and it had the Cervini's wing and the Cervini's hood.
Yep, and just like, boom, perfect.
Yeah.
And then I look at the Ratchet stuff with the big wing and the splitter and this, and I'm like, damn, but that looks good too. Good. Like I'm not
I love the hot boy shit. I don't even care.
I'm stuck in the middle now,
Okay, so I'm gonna push a button here and just say, none of you understand why I like Tamara the way she is.
Oh my god!
I'm just saying.
You're gonna push that button that we don't understand.
I pushed that button.
Andrew Barry, where are you? I need you. Andrew Barry, I need help. Send help.
Look, you want to talk about petty? You know how petty I am, and nobody understands this but us. I wanted to get an S2000, and I was willing to literally fuck myself just to be that petty. Josh knows.
Share, because I have no idea what he's talking about.
Oh, you know.
Oh, I do.
Yes.
Oh.
I'm just going to say Honda Accord.
And that's why you wanted an S2000?
That's why I wanted an S2000.
And what, supercharger or something?
No,
or
just
it?
Just to fucking have it.
Okay.
Eric Steinmetz just bought one.
Yes.
Brought it in. He's going to have it ceramic coated.
I would love to sit in one because I feel like I don't fit.
Sanders gets in a fucking Miata. I think you're good.
They're fat boy modifications that can be done.
Okay, because I did sit in a Miata, and the legroom where all the pedals are at are very close together, and I have big shoes.
Sanders gets in a Miata. Okay. You ain't got shit.
Okay.
All of them but the 4th gen.
Which one's the fourth gen?
The newest one.
I've never had one.
What is that, like the NF?
The ND. You have the NA, NB, NC, and ND.
NF is a rapper, by the way. Which NF, if you ever come across it. We're car guys, we're promised. We know cars. NF, if you ever come across this, let us know if you want to be on the Fucker Performance podcast. No, it's the PP Boys podcast. I think that was our cue because
yeah, I mean
we're 12 minutes left.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice. To the hour?
47 minutes, yep.
That felt like nothing. We had such a good time. Light it up with music. With music. Isn't there a song that goes light it up? We might make it hot like the roof is on fire.
Do you have your
Let's
Alexa
burn it
in
up.
here?
What?
Do you have your Alexa in here?
Oh, it's unplugged.
Oh, she is? Why?
So we could hook all this up.
Hold up. Chris Rock's calling. Hold up. Okay, hold up.
Is this a video?
Keep it alive.
Is this a video?
I don't know. Hello? Hold up. Hello?
What's going on, boss?
Hey, my car just blew.
You there?
I am struggling my ass off right now, dude. I'm still fucking with this car.
Only in for performance.
Tell me about it. What happened?
So, we're finishing up the left side, but when I set the
Front or
spring
back?
on the
Where we
front-
at?
The front.
Okay, left side front. Okay.
And when I put the spring on there, it's like it doesn't sit right to fit the top hat on. It's like the spring is crooked.
You're gonna have to flip it. I bet you have the top at the bottom and the bottom at the top.
We tried that and it was even worse the other way.
Oh shit! What kind of springs are you getting?
The Steedo Ultralights.
No, I don't have any problems with Steedo Ultralights.
Then the picture I sent you, that motherfucker didn't drop 2 inches at all.
I was gonna say, dude, that car looked like it was on a 4x4 lift kit.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it didn't drop at all.
I was like, my guy out here putting 4x4 lift kits on wide body EcoBoosts. Okay.
It was supposed to drop 2 inches, and when I lowered the car down, I was like, what the fuck is this?
But the ultralight are the ones
Are your
that are supposed
fronts
to be
in the front or in the back?
Yeah, do you have the right springs for up front?
Yeah, because the stock ones are fat and kind of short.
Now we're telling fat jokes.
Well, and that's what was tripping me out is it didn't come with no kind of like front left or front right anything with the springs.
Okay.
All I see is on the lettering on the spring itself, it says FSA.
So let's
So I
start.
assume front side assembly.
I wouldn't make any assumptions. So let's start with, do you have your phone? Can you convert this thing to a camera so where I can see the springs or whatever?
Yes, sir. 1 sec.
Yeah, let's do that, boo.
This man is from Virginia. And he sounds country as fuck.
He ain't got shit on y'all, fellers.
I'll tell you what.
Here we go. There we go. Oh, look.
By the way, shout out to
What up?
What up, what?
Shout out to Chris Rock. You're live on YouTube.
Shout out to
my
Chris
guy.
Rock.
Yeah.
You're gonna be on our YouTube video.
Everybody can see me struggle.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll hear you struggle too.
Yeah, that's all right.
It
Struggle
says-
bus.
It says on the spring. I don't know if you can see that.
Okay. Yep.
Parker,
Steedo. Yeah. Okay.
can you screen record that?
So, but when I set it on here,
Okay.
let me bring you in the garage.
Hold up, Bubba. Let me put the spring out in front of you. Let me see just the spring by itself for a minute.
All right.
You expect?
Never mind. I got you.
All right. Where's your rear springs at? Where's the other ones?
Okay.
Just to make sure, because they should be tight coils.
All right, I think we're gonna let Parker handle that.
Side by side.
Yeah. All right. That's an awfully fucking difference in the front and the back spring height.
Okay, yeah. So, hold up, Bubba. No, I got you.
What?
Good. Handle him.
Oh.
He's good. This only happens at 8 o'clock. This only happens at 8 o'clock at Parker Performance because literally this is our live 24/7 kind of thing.
Pretty much.
And to be honest, like I personally enjoy it. Like when Chris Rock or Dwayne, shout out to Dwayne, they hit us up. They hit us up, or even people that we meet on the forums or in the group chats, and they hit us up asking us questions, and they're like, "Hey, man, what do you think about this, and that?" It's 24/7.
It's the funny thing is, so obviously we're in the office, all day, every day, except Ricardo, because he's a part timer. I can hear Parker loud and clear.
For real.
Anyway, point being is, we're here 8:30 till
8:30.
Yeah, 8:30.
Oh.
8:30, 9 o'clock until 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah,
and people message us literally like the moment after theoretically we're closed. They call the phone the minute after we're closed.
Yeah.
And it's like we understand it, but it's like the activity seems to be the most when the business is actually closed.
Exactly.
Between the hours of 6 p.m. and 3 a.m.,
Yep.
all the shit happens.
Now here's the question, which you got it. The activity increases way more after 5 p.m. and it's usually because a lot of people are out of work. They just got out, they're on their way home, and then they can probably focus on those wheels that they wanted to buy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's even a challenge for us to see. Okay, so how can we take advantage of knowing that the activity of customer service and everything is after 5 o'clock, and not break ourselves from 8:30 here,
Right.
because we're here at You're here at 8:30.
I'm here at 8:30, 9 o'clock. So's Andrew.
8:30, 9 o'clock. And it's like, okay, it's a little bit dead, so you get to work into other stuff, answering emails and all this stuff. But when it comes to, like, having to talk or deal with people, that's further down to maybe 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, and then after we get home, we're with our family and stuff like that, and we're kind of going back and forth with a couple of people, or maybe answering questions that someone asked on a post on Instagram or whatever. So this is literally nonstop. If you think that we come here and when we go home we deal with nothing but our families and stuff like that, you're fooling yourself. We're literally with our families and trying to make time to answer you guys because that's the time that you guys have for us, kind of thing.
And the other thing too is like if you think about it, because if you're on the West Coast, theoretically, as far as like business is concerned, especially in those hours from 6 to 2 or 6 to 3 on the East Coast, you're just getting your day started.
Wow, I actually never have
like that's an advantage that they have. They theoretically have the whole from in the morning when they wake up to when they leave work. That's their active time for the East Coast, and it's still the active time for the West Coast.
Right.
So they don't have like I don't want to say we're at a disadvantage, but it's a thing and it's there.
I actually haven't.
When we go home, it's just getting in. Right?
Yeah.
I want to.
Yeah.
Competition is healthy, ladies and gentlemen. Competition is
so
healthy.
when we go
and it's going
home,
well.
when we go home, yeah, is up.
Right, and he's him and his fucking douche McNozzles, whatever the fuck.
Yep.
They're all there. They're like, hey, should well apart. Here's a discount code. FFP. Cut that.
Damn it.
But that's the reality of it.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah.
Bring me back.
And he's back, ladies and gentlemen.
Nothing but the hits.
What happened?
4 months.
So shout out to Chris Rock, one of our sponsored guys. Thank you for the support, Chris. Wide Body Eco. You know his Instagram better than I will.
Yep. One white eco right here. Pow. Bam. Ricky's gonna make that pop.
I am.
So he's using the Steeda Ultralights, and the Steeda Ultralights are when you stack them on the strut, they lean, and they're a bit difficult for the installer to get straight so that you can get the top hat on and not damage the strut. And it's just, with our spring compressor, we use the Brannick 7600. Thanks to Andrew. That spring compressor makes it super easy, but when you're just using the, like the AutoZone, like do it yourself at home, spring compressors, which is what we started with, by the way. I would end up having to use 2 sets. We would wind up crushing the one side down so that we got the spacing correct, and then only having one on the other end. So I was trying to just help walk him through that, and the Steeda logos typically are, legible in the correct orientation. So,
they are.
Yeah, so like you would read Steeda correctly when it's, but on these old ultralights, there was a batch of them that and I had talked to their tech department a long time ago, and I got my first set that had this, where they were not necessarily batched with the imprint up
to guide
correctly.
You, kind of thing.
They were just batched with the part number, and they weren't really thinking of orientation, I guess, at that time, or whatever it took place. I don't know. Right. But yeah, so they said, hey, sometime, and so what the trick is you have to take the top hat, and you have to fit it on both the top and the bottom, just to confirm. It will give you like a really nice snug fit on the top side, and on the other side it'll go, but it's wonky, and you can just kind of tell that it's not right.
Yeah.
So the one that it's just the good snug fit, and so in this case the Steeda logo is upside down.
Gotcha. So did it help him at all? Did it?
Yeah, I think so. I think it'll be good.
Resolve a couple of things.
And I think he's going to be in for a long night, having to use just those 2 discount AutoZone fucking compressors to compress that, because
he always said that he regrets not being here in Florida because we're so far.
I always tell him, man, we own a real estate company for a reason. We help people move to Florida all the time. Mm-hmm. Shout out to my wife for being the real G.
Oh yeah. We are approaching our time limit.
Yes, it is actually 1 minute and 30 seconds till.
Well,
wow.
So
here we go.
We want to be making sure that we're thanking people that are important to us, right?
Yes.
today we got some pretty cool stuff in shop.
Mm-hmm.
We were gonna do an unboxing. We didn't get there.
We didn't
do you
get
wanna,
there.
Do you want to wrap on that right quick? Do you want to show some people that?
Do we?
I think so. You can finish with that. Let's
Yeah, we
fucking
can do that.
All right,
Yeah.
bet.
So one
here.
of our earliest supporters in the commercial side of the game was UPR Products. So shout out to the UPR Products family and their business and all the guys over there. Oh, that's going to be our... yeah, it is. That's the timer. So shout out to the guys over at UPR. Thank you, obviously, for A, believing in us early on and allowing us the opportunity to start and grow. And B, for still continuing to support us. We've enjoyed working with these guys. They give us products to implement prototypes. We just finished up a new catch can design for them for the ProCharge 3rd Gen Coyote, which I have my notes and working on getting them dictated over for Brian. And anyway, so what we've got going on is we needed a coolant overflow tank, just a catch, like for the reservoir for the RTR. So we got one of those ordered, and instead of just ordering one, we got 3. So we're going to be putting them in the BOYZ cars. And we also went ahead and ordered 3 coolant reservoirs, the expansion tank up top. So, without further ado, let's bust out some UPR goodies.
Ooh, I'll grab my camera for that.
Oof. Why are you giving this to me? I already know what this looks like.
So you can
You're Jeremy Clarkson. You do this.
Fine. So what we have here is a large black a large black canister.
Round.
Yes.
Think about it.
So what happens is when you go drag racing, obviously you have your coolant reservoir, and that has a little fitting. So when the car starts to overheat or the coolant starts to expand for whatever reason, it naturally drains it at the radiator. When you're drag racing, they don't like that because it'll put fluid all over the track, and if your car doesn't break necessarily, you will spin out. UPR was kind enough to send us these overflow tanks, and they come with fittings. You have your hose, empty
Drain.
You have your drain. Is it a
petcock?
It is.
It's a valve.
It's a valve.
It's a valve.
And then you have fittings you can put up top. There's a little itty bitty vent tube on here. So what happens is as your coolant reservoir is filling up, you would take a piece of tube or hose, connect it from there to here. It's going to fill up. It's a good bit of capacity, so you should make it down the track. However, then once you're finished, of course, you would want to drain it. But this is a solution, so that way, if you do go drag racing and you want to, of course, apply to their rules, and this is going to be a mandatory thing if you do competitive drag racing. I'm talking bracket racing, all the way up to pro mod stuff. They all have these canisters. Some of them are really, really big, but for our purpose, this should be enough. Hopefully, we'll see on the RTR. I highly doubt that Ratchet or Tamari are going to end up using something to this capacity. However, it's a billet piece. It's really, really nice. And again, UPR, like Josh said, they're a big supporter for Parker Performance and all of our cars. And we can't thank you enough for hooking us up with these and new coolant overflow tanks, which are in a box somewhere. But
boy, you better get one of them things.
I think there's one right there.
That might be one right there.
Yeah.
I have some photos that we can upload. I actually used this bracket, and I found an existing hole in the frame rail on the driver's side, and then I only had to drill and tap this side, and then I obviously drilled them out, and I tapped both of them, and then I used factory hardware so that this attaches to the frame rail, and it literally has factory hardware on it, and so just trying to do the OEM plus thing, So we did that for the RTR. Pretty excited about it.
Here we go.
So going back, this is the coolant overfill tank again. It's painted black by UPR. It has a cool UPR cover on it. And again, this is the vent, and this vent will go to here. So if there's any overflow coming from here, it's going to go in there, and you're going to be good to go for racing.
Let me erect this thing. I like that word.
Ooh, this feels really good. When it's tight. like
This just lost its PG-13 rating.
So this is going to be a good comparison. Obviously, UPR dropping these things.
Bro.
Yeah, dude,
It's going to be a really good comparison with the Mishimoto that we know and love, really, because it works. It's good.
Yes.
Well, yeah, I mean, the real reason that we've been promoting and using the Mishimoto ones prior to UPR offering is because of the scenario that Sanders was mentioning. The factory grenade, as it's so lovingly called, which, if you don't know, it's fucking hideous. It's the worst coolant tank I've ever seen in my life. And they make covers and stuff to cover them if you want to keep them stocked. But if you're not racing, this really doesn't pertain. But if you're racing, the factory vents out the back of the fill neck. And with it venting out the back of the fill neck, if you get a head gasket failure, pressurized, overheating, any of that stuff, you're going to have coolant coming out the back of that. And it's going to get on the back of your tires potentially. And you're going to be fucked. You're going to go for a ride.
And you're going to be fined, and you're gonna have to pay cleanup fees.
Oh, well, yeah, that shit too, probably.
Yeah, this is really nice construction. The welds are pretty legit.
I mean, it's
There we
UPR,
go.
so...
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. But I can't wait to put this on the car. Again, UPR was kind enough to supply us with 3 of these. So they'll be going on all the cars. And,
Just like that.
ooh, there you go. That's the
got
finished
it.
piece.
So yeah, so look, you got your petcock here, ball valve in there, open close. Like I said, this I was able to use on the, and Ricky, you can drop, when we edit this, you can drop the photos of this on the RTR.
Yep.
And then good clamp, wing nut, this fitting up here. I running braided nylon hose to it. And yeah, came out really nice, looks really good, pretty excited about it. It's a nice new product. Gonna go well with these, I think it's NHRA compliant or whatever. I don't know. Somebody wants you to have it,
One of those.
and anybody who cares about you probably wants you to have it as well. So, safety first, boys and girls.
All right, guys. So we are extremely excited to start this 2021 race season for us. It's a race against ourselves, pretty much, because we have so many things that we want to do and are, kind of starting to do.
Don't get it twisted. Sorry. Don't get it twisted. The only reason why this is happening is so I can kick Ricardo's ass, I can kick Barry's ass, and some other asses that are not yet mentioned. But they will be kicked.
His ego is about the size.
King Richard is back in the building.
King Richard never left the building.
Look, man, like that's what it's about. You can sit there and you can be second and not race your car. Shots fired.
Oh boy.
Or you can be about it and go to the track and race your car.
That's
I miss racing.
That
man.
is one thing that I can say that I'm glad that we're starting to do.
Right.
Because
We're not talking.
we're not
we're
talking.
doing.
We're not talking. We're out there doing. We're gonna post up numbers, and hopefully, Mr. can post up numbers too and see what we got. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's the beauty about it. Like the RTR is gonna be back, and even if we don't make like I went out for 11s and I didn't make it,
Yeah.
I was still out at the track.
Oops! Did you just say?
Yet.
Oops!
Oh well, yeah.
But this
Sorry.
hasn't been released yet. This is no longer live.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. Oh,
Yeah. So it doesn't matter.
oof!
Yeah.
Yeah.
See?
Boy.
Come on.
So point being is that
200 IQ.
right. We're putting our cars. We're doing what we built the cars to do.
Correct.
Your car's being built to be a great manual, whatever, like all around car. Josh is building a drag focused car. We're all pretty much in the same wheelhouse,
Right.
But we all have different platforms. Your manual EcoBoost, I'm automatic EcoBoost, T's automatic 5.0.
Right.
But we're doing these things. We're not just sitting at home talking about it or just, I did a highway pull and it felt great. No, we have the data to prove it.
God damn. Sanders.
I am so sorry.
Listen. There comes a time where he goes from Sanders to Richard, and it's
King Richard right
oof.
I'm just saying, man. Like it's one. There's two different things about it.
Dude, I was thinking about that the other day, just looking at some of the stuff that is being posted on the groups and stuff like that.
Right.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
And one of the things was, where is this guy on the list of fastest EcoBoosts thing going on? Like, where are you? That's what I came up with. It was like, you're you're selling all these parts and stuff like that, but there's no numbers. There's no data. There's no data.
You guys are way too. You're way too involved.
Anyway,
you care way too much.
So we love the fact that we are now able to step forward and do that. One, because we love it. Two, because
the exit song has begun.
So,
roll credits.
Thank you everyone who came here on our YouTube channel live and now here on the YouTube channel video of our very first podcast, PP BOYZ going live. My name is Ricky.
I'm Josh.
Good run.
Catch us on Instagram and Facebook. Thank you so much for supporting us, and we'll catch you on the next one.
See ya.
Peace.